ya, Valona. Whatever. We're gonna do something different. Let's give you guys the actual game, shall we? Bum, bum, bum. Agatha Christie, the ABC murders. I don't know how many people out there are old enough to remember Agatha Christie. I am one of them. So, Hercule. Oh, we are Detective Sparkles Elsa. All right, let's just get into it. Have you seen the 50 trophies to unlock? They're in bonuses. Ooh.
Some post for you, Poirot.
Mr. Hercule Poirot, you fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack. Look out for Andover on the 21st of the month. Yours extra, ABC.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe, but please remind me to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
Bum, bum, bum. Let me know if the game is too loud over me, okay? Bup, 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 bup. Who's this? Round glasses must be evil. Have you seen the reconstructions and the bonuses? It'll be okay. Who doesn't like to stare out the window while the train goes by? Okay, we got a butcher shop.
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim place.
And I think a
indeed.
tailor?
Tout à fait, Hastings. The streets of Andover are in a terrible state.
Look, there's Chief Inspector Japp. He's talking with a policeman.
Let us try not to get our shoes wet.
Okay, click on the zone in the scenery to go there. When the cursor changes, keep holding the click. Move the cursor to the desired action. Okay. Alrighty. New question available. Is the theft the motive for the crime? There was a theft?
This fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore an employee might have noticed something.
Excuse me, sir.
Over here, it's Hastings and Poirot. You missed the 9 o'clock train?
We took the 10:30. Luckily, the service is good to Andover.
So, Chief Inspector, what do we have?
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop. She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
Take advantage of the moments when the person you are with is busy in order to observe him/her. You will obtain certain clues about their state of mind and personality. Left click and hold on Jab, then hold and move to the left to select observe. Okay. Find 3 clues that agree with Hercule Poirot's remark. Move the mouse to guide your gaze. Okay.
Is Jap being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
Relaxed attitude. Hat flipped proudly to the back of the head.
Indeed, Poirot. We were used to seeing you judge people with more discretion.
Slight smile. Okay.
Jap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit.
Oh, I need to change stuff.
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher alive left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's nothing of any real value in the shop.
What type of woman was Mrs. Asher?
In her 50s, married but separated, no children.
Her husband?
Aha, Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he regularly insulted his wife and threatened to kill her.
Do you think he's guilty?
We'll look for Franz Asher. If he doesn't have an alibi, the case is closed. A very unoriginal murder.
Peut-être. May I examine the crime scene?
Of course, old chap.
A rat just dashed
I'll be with
by
you in
us.
a minute, Poirot.
All right, give me a second to update my thingamadoodad, my stream setup. And I agree, Coco, but Mr. Poirot is good at observation. Indubitably. Just a second, people are poking me on Discord. Leord and Vel are out on a date, and I'm jealous of the food they're eating. Click on the arrow in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen to display the menu icons and the inventory. Must be this. 1 clues available. Objective, inspect the crime scene. All right, the victim was Alice Asher. She was about 50 years old. She owns a tobacco shop. Married to Franz Asher, she lived alone. She was killed in her tobacco shop by a blow to the back of the head. Oh, I agree, Coco. It is an awkward word, to say the least. We'll go in a circle. That's not a good sign. Observe the object from all angles by holding the click and moving mouse. By holding the click and moving the
Red
mouse.
liquid is oozing out. Is it blood?
Appears to be.
No. It's just some strawberries that are losing their juice. They probably come from the fruit and vegetable shop opposite.
Dang, now it's about to be spicy.
It's not just any railway guide. It's an ABC.
ABC timetable. But she.
Open at the letter A. There are no prints on the book.
Was she thinking of leaving, or was she waiting for someone to come in? Okay, let's see. 2 out of 3. Collect ego points to unlock trophies. Interesting. I'm not sure, Coco. They might have been bad from the stall too, right? This is before before
It's
major
not just any railway guide. It's an ABC.
before major forms of refrigeration, right?
It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the...
Okay, don't do that.
Red liquid is oozing. No, it's just some strawberries that are losing their juice.
All right, I think that's it for this spot. Objects hide secrets behind complex mechanisms. It's up to you to decipher them in order to find what they are hiding. Observe the object from all angles by holding the click and moving the mouse. Zoom in by clicking on part of the object with the left button of the mouse. I am struggling here. Zoom out using the right button or click on the arrow icon. Some elements move by holding the left click of the mouse and moving it. Okay.
The till does not appear to have been touched. I have to check that nothing is missing from it. Something is preventing the drawer from opening.
Ah, it's locked.
Ah, a mechanism has just made a fan click.
What is 5 though? Oh,
The till is full of money, but there is something strange.
so we saw 5, 2.
Something is hidden underneath.
Yeah, these old ones, absolutely, Coco. But I mean, again, remember it's 18 something. So look at this. So 8, 5, 2. So you see that? Third button is 2.
Something is hidden underneath. Something is hidden underneath.
But where do we put? Oh, maybe here. So 5, 2. Oh, look at that.
This must be the key to the back of the shop.
Now that's a little bit more sophisticated than I'm expecting for this time period. To use an object in the inventory, slide it to an element in the scenery or a person. The objects that you stock in your inventory can also be examined more closely. To do this, click on the object in the inventory. Okay. Look, there she is. She's been here since yesterday. That's Akko Taco. Key to the hard heart.
She has a packet of play cigarette next to her hand. Did she drop it when she fell? This poor woman's head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood. I can't see any other mark on the floor. The body is hidden by the counter and is not visible from the tobacco shop store. Many customers might have thought that Mrs. Asher had popped out. She just has one wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or signs of a struggle.
Now this, we only have, look, 2 out of 3. What does that mean? We're missing something. Aha.
The counter is covered with fingerprints all on top of one another. Unfortunately, it will not be possible to use them.
End print. You are right, Coco. We got thingies.
The door is locked.
A large rusty key found in Alice Asher's till. Okay. I didn't even notice it at first, Coco. There's blood on the pillow.
Blood. Did Alice Asher suffer from nosebleeds? An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young.
I think that's it for the bed. Ooh. It's a puzzle box. And look underneath. Okay, whatever.
It is blocked.
Okay.
Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
I see. Ah, so only the middle moves. Only the middle 2 move. Mine's up there. Ah, got it.
I heard a faint sound as if something was unlocked. It is blocked.
Something was unlocked, but not this. Ah, here we go. Huh?
These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move.
Okay. Yeah, Piero said in the middle that the decoration should be in the middle for balance. These don't move.
These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move.
So, do I need to get them to face all one direction? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, that one's right now. And then this yellow one. Okay. Same. It looks like it. So it's just you. Okay. Well, bam!
From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs. Medicine.
She was sick?
Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman. What a strange box. It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open it. This button appears to activate a mechanism. That should do it.
Laudanum is a tincture of opium containing approximately 10% powdered opium by weight, the equivalent of 1% morphine. Laudanum is prepared by dissolving extracts from the opium poppy in alcohol. Interesting. Yeah, it is. Excuse me.
Who is this young woman? To my dear Aunt Alice, Mary Drower.
Have you found anything?
The victim has a niece. We must find her.
Is that everything in the
I've
box?
finished with this subject.
Okay, alrighty.
This interior is very simple. Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
So he says that, but there's some really expensive jewelry in that box. He is no Inspector Waffles or Frog Detective. Are we done here? Inspect the crime scene. I am. So I'm missing something. Find everything here. 2 out of 2. For being a simple woman, she had a lot of tricky trap doors. Let's do a clue. How to explain the presence of an ABC guide on the counter? She was waiting for someone. Here you're making Pierrot's little gray cells work. The aim is to answer the questions he asks himself by establishing links between the clues in order to deduce an answer. Hover the cursor over clues to see their descriptions. Click on clues with the left mouse button to select or deselect them to answer the question. Okay. I'm missing 2 things. This one I think we can do. We're still missing a clue. Is that not it? Is the fact I'm missing a clue the issue? Again, missing a clue. So we're missing stuff. Is the crooked picture worth something? Doesn't seem to do anything. Must be something I am missing.
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Okay. Wonder if there's something out in the shop I'm missing. 2 out of 2 done here. Three out of 3 done here.
Blood.
Five out of 5. Whoops. Aha, I am missing stuff.
The place is unusually tidy for a crime scene. Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
That must have been one of my clues.
Nothing
Ah.
suggests any sign of a fight.
All right. Aha.
Mrs. Asher was killed here. The absence of marks in the shop and the regular shape of the blood stains indicated beyond a doubt.
The floor was very clean. Now let's see if... Nope, still missing something. Same with this. This one we're still missing 2 things. We did this.
I've finished with this subject.
Oh, he just said we're finished with it, Coco. You and I were thinking the same thing. See, she's wearing a big gold earring, so...
She just has one wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or signs of a struggle.
Yeah, the money is in there. So I agree with you. Yeah, but I don't think the person who killed her, if it was a theft, would have been able to get in that box. Maybe there's something else. So... See, we're still on inspect the crime scene. See, this book is trying to telling us
any railway guide.
something.
It's an ABC.
I tried clicking on it and he said we're done with that item.
It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the book.
All right, let's give it another whirl. Yeah, it won't even let me click on it.
I've finished with this subject.
Finished with this object.
I've finished with this. There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
Cigarette packets are a mess on the shelf. Oh, that's it?
So, Poirot, any news?
I just missed clicking on the
So,
cigarettes.
cigarette with no fingerprints, but prints all over the counter.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
Exact. Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
Let us now try and get our brand cells to work.
Oh, here we go. All right. So, till is untouched and full of money. Theft is not the motive for the crime.
The motive is definitely not financial gain. There is no sign of a struggle, and the till has not been forced or emptied. I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the shop's surroundings.
All right, before we do that, I'm going to take a BRB to stretch and stuff. I recommend everybody else, including you, Coco, do a little stretchy stretch. And I am going to run ads while I BRB, just so that we can avoid ads while I'm actually gaming, okay? So if you want to mute the stream, I won't be offended. Okay, BRB. Okay, let's get back to solving this murder. Hi, Midnight. How are you?
£4 a letters, a lovely large letters, £4 only.
This woman appears to be a smoker.
We're playing Agatha Christie and we're solving a murder. I'm okay. Just, you know, perpetually sick. There goes a rat. Murder.
She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop.
I was playing a different game, called Lake Haven Chrysalis, but it was too spooky for me. Too spooky. So I was like, I don't like this.
How much are your lettuce, please?
A lettuce? That'll be 5 pence, kind sir.
Oh, she was just saying 4 pence.
And what if I take 2?
Well, 2 are 10 pence, so what do you want?
Nothing, thank you. They do not look very fresh. Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
What the fuck?
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Please try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache? Heh.
Contemptuous.
Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous.
We know that
I
the victim
know
came to
that
see
Alice
her.
Asher bought strawberries from you yesterday.
Well, you know more than I do then. Run along now. I have work to do.
What a bitch.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
Alright. She doesn't want to talk to me.
Oh, you again? I've nothing to say.
Fine.
Strawberries, 6p a pound.
Hey, Poirot. Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Ooh.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
My dad's cooking bacon, so all I can smell is bacon.
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
Amazing of him to clean up the blood stain that's been there since yesterday, too.
Is her grief sincere? She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
Fragile. Demand that she stops crying. Wow.
You were very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No, she was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Was your aunt afraid of her husband?
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
She was killed with a blow to the back of the head.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Does Franz Asher work?
All
That
he's
explains
done for
the
years is
medicine
drink
from
and
London.
gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
5 shillings a week. So, if he killed her, that would make him homeless.
Why did she support such a goods for nothing?
He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand.
Ooh, she's at
You have
ease.
been of great assistance, mademoiselle. Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jap says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
That bitchy grocer next door? Oh,
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I know of
wonder
a
what
way.
his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
First, though,
Is not in any condition.
I was hoping to observe him. Look at the mess he made.
It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah,
Whoops.
Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband. A box of new stockings.
How did she afford new stockings? Let's go get some vinegar.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar.
I guess we have to ask her for it. Take it easy, Pierrot.
Your fruit is rotten.
What? A foreigner dares to say that?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Changed her tune right quick.
Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
That makes sense because that's where we found the shitty strawberries. That's true. How'd she get a cigarette?
Did you see anything unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left it there.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Bigot.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
Give me the vinegar.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
I missed what he said because I was doing your clicking. Oh, time range in which Miss Asher was killed. It was between 5:30 and 6. Because... And then... That's not it? Yeah, she was alive at 5:30. Oh, the time range. You're right. So not this. So these two? That one. This one? There it is. Well, 5:30 she was alive, but she was probably dead by 6 o'clock. Can we reduce this time range and why? Nobody at the shop, and then this one. There we go. SE 5:30 and 6 p.m. Civil? Civil did it. Why would you kill Miss Asher? She was sick. Civil. How you doing, buddy? Let's punch this guy in the nose with vinegar. She shorted you 20 quid. Okay, all right.
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
no.
No.
Bien. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
Not yet. Working on the first one, Civil. We were playing a spooky game before this called Lake Haven Chrysalis, but it was too spooky, so I left it.
This man is in rather a bad state.
It's been punched. He's got a black eye, fat lip. His clothes are torn. Oh, his knuckles are dusted too. Come on.
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
Now he's 5 shillings short a week.
Care for a cigarette, monsieur?
What's that? Scented cigarettes? No thanks.
Bien. I was trying to be friendly, but you are quite right.
He's
Let us get down to
contemptuous.
business.
Damn.
You threatened to kill your wife, and now she's dead.
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
So, if things were
Hypocrite.
going so well with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me, sir.
Oh, nothing, huh?
You can't have treated her very well for her to run away.
No, sir, no. I wouldn't say I'd ever laid a finger on her, but it was only normal. She was my wife.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
Why does it keep popping up with hypocrite?
Asha, look me in the eye and tell me that you were in a fight.
I'm looking. No, I wasn't in a fight.
You are right. Looking at the state of you, you did not defend yourself. So someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Hmm. Interesting.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Time for deduction, and I was only half listening to that. So a cigarette pack was near. It is the grocer, I bet. So she had that. That's it. She was taking packets of cigarettes from the shelf. Oh, pardon me.
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alrighty. How do we explain the presence of an ABC guide on the counter? Let's see. Letter signed ABC announcing the Andover murder. I know, we just worked the gray cells. Alright, this one's a little tougher. A deep crimson. What does that mean? Oh, they're not great. Gotcha. Time to click things. There it is. It was left as a signature.
The murderer deliberately left behind this ABC as a signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
I mean, that was a very large container right next to her head. Reconstruct the crime's course of events by selecting the actions that the killer may have executed. Okay.
The killer enters the shop.
Now, he would have advanced.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
Then he asks for cigarettes.
The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
And he puts down the book.
He then places the ABC on the counter before leaving.
The ABC was not found like that. We are not far from the solution, Hastings. Would you mind if we thought about it a little more?
Reconstruction failed. What?
The killer enters the shop.
He advances.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
To be fair, same civil.
The murderer
I
asks
like
her
both
for
Dr.
some
Watson's
tobacco.
though,
She
but
turns her back to him.
one of my
He seizes the
favorite
opportunity
sayings
to strike
is, relax, I'm a doctor, while Watson is choking out a bad guy.
He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Reconstruction success.
Asher has a strong alibi, and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover Police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
I do really like Pierrot, though. He's very interesting.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes.
Moriarty.
He has a slight limp on the right foot, and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
That was a little Sherlock Holmes shade, I think. Read the letter. We received new thumbnails. The inquiry is progressing. Pierrot, no, where are you going? I don't know, Sybil. This is a very fancy office.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The Andover affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
Well,
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
their name will have the letter B in it.
Let us examine this more closely.
The A dips the same way. Look at the I.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
The victim in the first murder here was last name Asher with an A. And it was in a place that started with A. Oh, look at this.
Let us examine the characters in this word.
Hercule. They seem fine. Oh, the E's slightly up.
I don't see anything in...
Ah, yeah, let's look at another.
Let us examine the characters in this word.
Best wishes is different?
I don't see anything in particular. Let us examine the character.
The line on the left is bolder?
No, this character does not appear to have any defects. Let us examine the characters in this world.
See, the I and the A were very obvious, right?
Let us examine the characters in this world. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Already looked at that.
That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Oh, I see.
Yes, this I is weird. I don't see anything
Oh,
in
I wasn't
particular.
clicking on that.
Let us look at another word. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
So I need to compare the two letters. I was just looking at the chunky commas.
The W is not printed properly.
Oh, the W is weak. There we go.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Uh-oh. What's special about the Andover murder? Right? It's my weakness too, Coco. Special. What can we guess about the next victim? Next victim's name may start with the letter B. Called it!
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Is this my ride? There were a lot of
Just what on
finger
the
chopping
please.
up. There were a lot of finger chopping off hazards in this time period. Let's look at him real close first.
Japp appears to be snowed under.
Ooh, phone off the hook.
Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My
Exactly,
news is
Sybil.
not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
But we do know.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with
Well, we
B.
sort of know.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Oh, there can't be
Yeah,
too many.
we should leave
He
you
is
to
such an
work, Chief Inspector.
uncommon letter.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
Ugh.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Always a woman. Kill a dude. By the way, chat, it's a great time to take a little sippy of something.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot.
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
That's an excellent question, Sybil. I would not put it beyond the British to do that. I, however, do not know the answer.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief
Well, that's
Inspector,
interesting,
and the
Sybil.
news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
There is no doubt about it. Bexhill has one of the most beautiful beaches in the area.
She's got a key on her hand.
These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. A braided seat belt. It may have belonged to the victim. This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it. Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath.
Interesting. Yeah, there's Bexhill.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
So soon? How was the victim killed? Yeah, this is the
The poor
ABC
child
guide
must have
for
been strangled
trains.
with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Again, we just did. What are the common points between the Andover murder and the one in Brexhill? Are the crimes in Andover and Brexhill the work of the same murderer? Yep.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
Yeah, Hastings. Identify the victim. Well, we know she's carrying. Did I take it with? No, okay. Right, Civil? Even if it wasn't silk, it would still be super hard with the fibers. All right, we do have the key. Let's observe it. Small key found. There's the identity right there. Betty Bernard's wrist. But it's to locker number 6. Oh, and there are.
This hut is locked.
Seven. Thinking. Oh shit, it's a combo?
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
The number is off. I saw that too, Coco. So that says 9. Hello, people?
The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
Look at that. 715? Back it up.
Firstly, I have to enter the padlock's code.
Is that not the padlocks? Maybe it's top. Ba-bum. And yoink. Ah, here we go. And then yoink.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings. The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Bernard, 1934.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931.
Why is this in a
So,
changing
the young
room?
lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger
Right,
cat,
Sybil?
an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Yeah, I'm still curious about why she'd bring a picture. It is very roomy for a changing shack, but I suspect... Coke break. Okay. And I just ran out of Diet Coke, so... Stream ends
Could it be the
now.
same
No, I'm
buildings
kidding.
as on the victim's photo?
Apparently,
This is
Coco.
definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken. This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken. Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
Can you imagine living
Bexhill
right
is a
here?
pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture, although personally I prefer more modern buildings.
Are we not going to the Ginger Cat?
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
My objective. Go to the Ginger Cat. I would love to.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken. Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but The young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Inspect Betty's workplace. I just about said Betty's workplace.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
The Paris-looking section in BioShock. Interesting.
What a pity. I don't have any change to make it work.
Are you talking about the Art Nouveau feeling of it? Because that was very prominent in BioShock, but it wasn't in Paris. It was ripped from Paris by Americans. Oh, now I don't know what you're talking about. Which BioShock?
This is a well-laid table. Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Oh,
This woman
Infinite.
must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Here's Betty. 11 a.m.
Where is Betty? Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service?
Looks like between 4 and 5.
No, this person is not the last one to have worked with Betty.
Oh, up till 5.
Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m.
I've had this
Who
wrong.
did she serve?
Who did she serve?
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty? Where is Betty?
So we can pay attention to how long her E's are. She has really elongated strokes. There's one.
Most probably a family. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
This one right here, that 3.
No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these 2 times.
Okay. This one?
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover, maybe the murderer. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
Number 5. The one right above the other one? This one?
No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these 2 times.
So this one, I think. 7:20. 6, this one. So this one.
Most probably a single man. This bill may have been...
Yes. This one.
Most probably a Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker. Maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
But, gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing.
Yes, she is,
How
Coco.
this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Ask what she knows about Betty.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
I'm
You
gonna go
did
on
know
for
at
about
least that
15
she
more
had a young
minutes.
man.
Contentious.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
She's got a cross, so I'm gonna go with no morals.
I find young people today very hard to understand.
You needn't tell me that. A few weeks ago, they argued just outside the cafe. Imagine
I suspect
what
it's
my
just me
customers
not
must have
picking the
thought.
right questions. Great.
I hope for you that it was an isolated incident. It must be difficult to keep a respectable establishment if your staff show themselves to be so shameless.
The young man only made a scene the once. Jealousy, no doubt. It must be said the young girl was very pretty.
Thank you for your time, Mademoiselle Mérion. You have been of great help.
So they only argued
The
once.
customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's true, Coco.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
Now to go talk to the parents.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
And no, Barrow. Can't be right next door. It's in. There's a vehicle to take.
I think we've gone past the Barnard's house.
What?
Luckily for me, you have an exceptional sense of direction, Hastings. You are a great explorer.
Maybe it is right next door. It is, Coco. You're right. Is this it? Dang.
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do. My parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
Do not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair the very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
That's the second mention of stockings we've had. Interesting. Yeah, Coco.
It would not be polite to visit the house. What is she feeling at the moment?
She's tense. Why are you tense,
Looking for
Megan?
the sister is not just sad, she is angry.
I wonder if we're gonna get the jealous sister trope. Oh man, that would be awful. I would not want to deal with Twitter.
Did Betty go out often?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing. She was a very good girl who didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say, no?
Cynical. Sympathize with their grief.
The pain is making you bitter, Mademoiselle Barnard.
I'm not interested in your compassion, Mr. Poirot.
Très bien, mademoiselle. Could you at least tell me a little about Betty's young man?
His name is Donald Fraser, a very nice young man. Oh, excuse me, I have to answer that.
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
Thank you.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Surely you don't think she did it?
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings. Who knows, maybe Megan was jealous of her attractive young sister.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe she was in love with Donald Fraser.
We have to study all scenarios, even the most unlikely. But I doubt that Mr. and Mrs. Barnard are rich enough to justify murder. While I try and get Miss Barnard to talk, I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. He should be easy to find the estate agents where he works. Bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the chief inspector finds him.
Yeah, that's her alibi. She was busy sending mean tweets.
The Barnard appear to make music a priority in their budget.
Oh, yeah. It's the third thing. So if it is
Their
Patch,
home
good
is
call,
modest,
Coco.
but the Barnards are definitely music lovers.
And they even have a gramophone.
This gramophone is magnificent. It is a one-off, without a doubt.
Is this a radio? Oh,
It looks like Betty was also a music lover, the same as her family.
a metronome. Interesting.
Without a doubt, Betty used to sing.
Every time you click on a mirror, he fixes his mustache.
A box of new stockings. Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to wear. Maybe she had a date?
Maybe she had a date.
It looks like Betty has a very busy life.
Damos, it was too spooky for me, so I left before even having the chance to shoot something.
Betty liked luxury and going out. And
So
being
now
as
we're
catty
solving
as she was,
murders in
she probably did not
Agatha
have any
Christie.
problem getting herself invited. Something on this clock bothers me. This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it. This metal disc is stuck. This metal disc is...
Indeed, why the title changed.
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands.
Oh? Ah! I am out of Diet Coke, yep.
The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
Wooden panels, you say?
The cogs are blocked.
There must be a clue somewhere. Let's take a look further into this clock. Huh? Not what I meant to do, but whatever.
Something on this clock.
11:02. I just finished my Diet Coke. Are these buttons?
This wooden panel is... strange. This
Huh?
decoration appears to be firmly fastened.
Fasten? So we do have to do the top here.
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands. The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels. The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
I don't know what this means. I wonder if there's a hint somewhere. $11:02. But I don't know what that means. We'll come back to it. Maybe there's something else I can look at. Oh,
A
what's this?
record sleeve with a handwritten title. Betty must have recorded the demo. I'd be interested to hear it.
But that's where I'm going to call it tonight. We'll get back to this hopefully Thursday. My streaming schedule has been a little wonky, not just from visiting BC, but also due to the fact that I am chronically ill and things just happen. But hopefully I will be back Thursday. So maybe find another streamer you're super in love with. And if they're not doing stuff and I am doing stuff, you could come hang with me. That'd be great. But this was fun. I like this much better than the other game, which was too spooky, as I've said. But hopefully we'll be back Thursday. We shall see. Yeah. So just remember, please be kind to yourselves. Get your drinkies, your snackies, your resties. And remember that your best changes every day. Sometimes your best is just getting out of bed, washing your face. Other times it's cooking for a whole week. It's nice, yeah? All right. You guys have a great night. And who are we gonna raid? Shall we do a coin toss? I don't have the coin toss on this one. Scene. All right, vote in chat. Either twin or pine. And we will raid one of them. Win. One vote for twin. Twin or? Well, you said twin first. So that's 2 for twin. So that's what we're doing. Bum, 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 bum. And guys, if I may please ask, please jam as many of my emotes into his channel as possible. I already showed them off to him, but still. It would be nice, okay? And you guys have a great night. Here we go. We're leaving. Goodbye.